I'm just gonna talk real quick. There's a couple things that are on my mind this morning. I've noticed over, I want to say it's been almost a year. I think like a month shy, close to it, maybe 3 months shy, something like that. That I have been in my Bible and I have gotten back into church and came out of church and went back to church and got back into my Bible and everything like that. And the one thing I can say is before I was reading the Bible, I was this, whatever, it's my life, I do what I want, I've got the power to do it all, you know. And now I've noticed that, oh, and also another thing that just came to my mind is before I had started talking to God every day, praying every day, and being with God and really drawing near to Him, I had realized that I was a very foul mannered with my speech. Not necessarily like completely rude, just very foul mannered. Like I had no respect for anybody else. And it was always like, oh, if you want to change it, then do it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, well, it doesn't work that way with everybody. And I've noticed that since I have been reading my Bible and have been closer to God and I pray every day and I put my faith in God and I put my life in His hands and I understand this to an extent. I won't say I completely comprehend it, but I do understand it to an extent. And I have noticed that my words are so much better. Not only are my words so much better, I think better. Not only do I think better, I talk better. Like the words that are coming out of my mouth are no longer hateful. They're no longer like rude and mean and like, oh, just get it done. You know, they're more like, okay, well, this is the process. This is what we have to go through. There's some kind of silver lining through this. Have faith in God, have trust in God. And that's all I wanted to say. Like, I'm so happy that we got TikTok back, and like, I'm happy that because like TikTok really helped me a lot. Like so many people, and I mean there's one person, and I don't want to say any names or anything like that just out of respect, but there's one person that's helped me so much, like got me into the writings of Paul to the point where like I got majorly obsessed with Paul and just like tried to read everything that Paul wrote in the Bible. And there was so much to it. There's so many things like the when I started reading 1 Corinthians, I think it's 1 Corinthians 9 or 1 Corinthians 8, where it talks about finishing the race that's put before us, you know, and for every runner has its prize, and every there's many runners, and so you know what verse I'm talking about. And like when I read that verse, my car had just been stolen. And it was like, oh, okay, okay. So you want me to run the race, You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really started to think about this. And now with many things in my life, I start to think of it differently. I no longer think of it like, why me? Why the fuck did you do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Now it's more like, okay, all right. So what's the lesson here? What do I need to learn here? Where do I go from here? What is it that you're trying to tell me here? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so amazing. These are just some of the things that I have gotten really happy about and felt more of a happiness because of it compared to back before I started reading it and putting my faith in God. I was always depressed. I was always upset. Just remember that when you come to this journey, it's gonna take some time. I promise you, it will get better. The first few months was horrible for me. Like, I realized I was being put through the fire. I was being shown who I was and who I needed to be. I was being created into a new creature. And it's so awesome. It's so amazing now. Like, I don't care what anybody says about me anymore compared to back in the day where it was like, why do they hate me? Why is it, man? If you want to hate me, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You want to know why? Because God don't hate me. And I know that now. I love it. It's amazing. Much love. Blessings to all of you.